Well, the Griffins and Belleville Senators will wrap up a four-game regular season series tonight. The Senators have won 2 out of the 3 so far, including a 4-3 shootout win here last night in front of 8,200 plus inside Van Andel Arena. We've got you covered for tonight's game with our game day preview brought to you by Michigan First Credit, and we'll take a lot of time looking back at last night's game, including noting that the Senators have been outshot 72-36 in their last 2 games, but have come out on top in each of them. As they, of course, you've got to give them tons of credit, played a great road game here last night, forcing overtime and eventually a shootout, and it was the Senators that scored the only goal of that shootout.
Logan Brown, a chance to win it for Belleville. Third round, Brown walking in on rebar, backhander score, and the Senators win the hockey game.
Well, the loss certainly somewhat spoiled the big night for 19-year-old sensation Philip Zadina last night. He scored twice and made a great pass on the setup of Chris Terry for the game-tying goal late in the third period.
Now goes back in, great pass to Terry, score! What a play again by Philip Zadina, and a terrific shot threading the needle by Chris Terry, and we're tied at 3 apiece.
Well, over the past month, as he gains confidence playing in this league, we're starting to see glimpses of what makes Philip Zadina such a promising prospect, and last night might well have been, in fact, I'd say for sure, was his best game as a pro.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. I mean, I started playing well when I get back from the Virginians and I play in Milwaukee. It was a great game, but I just couldn't score, and now it's just 2 goals came for me. It was a pretty good game. I felt very good.
Well, the loss dropped Grand Rapids to 2-4 in games decided in shootouts. They're 3-3 in the 5 minutes of sudden death overtime. We asked a couple of the players what they prefer. What's better, deciding a game in a shootout or overtime?
Yeah, I think overtime's more of determination of how the game goes and how who the better team is, opposed to the shootout where it's more of a skills competition type of atmosphere and more slower motion, slower pace, and I think definitely overtime is more exciting for the fans. I think personally, but I don't know who's on my side.
I think overtime, now that we've gone to 3-on-3, is pretty entertaining. I think fortunately I think when it first came out, we saw a lot of goals happen, a lot of breakdowns, and now coaches know how to defend against it. I would extend overtime a little more and gas the shootout, but shootout's fun. I mean, one-on-one versus the goalie, so nothing better.
Well, tough loss, but the Griffins do earn a point. They've done just that now in 16 and 19 games here at Van Andel Arena. Hari Sateri will get the starting goal for the Griffins tonight. Matt Pumple, who sat out last night's game with illness, returns. Carter Camper, he was the extra vet that had to sit last night. He returns. It'll be Dylan McElrath's turn as a veteran to sit this one out. Griffins will be on the road this week, Wednesday and Friday in Chicago and Rockford, respectively. Back home next Saturday to take on the Milwaukee Admirals in advance of the Great Skate Winterfest weekend. All right, thanks for joining us for our game day preview. Bob Kaiser saying so long from inside Van Andel Arena.